Don't get mad.
Revenue guys.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Today we are here with Alyssa Arredondo, the VP of Marketing for Carmel Homes DMP Development.
Good morning, everybody.
Thank you for joining us today. Today we are talking about new construction by a developer. And so we wanted to bring our expert on here and just ask her a few questions and get some information for our viewers. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Stephanie. Expert, wow, that's a big title to hold.
Expert in new development. So is there anything, do you want to share with everyone about your experience in this field?
So actually, I'll give you a little quick background. I've been in real estate for over 6 years, licensed, but it's been a part of my life for the last 15 to 17 years. I've worked in it in different avenues. With new construction, I've been doing that for almost 4 years now, specifically with Carmel Homes and DMP Development. Although I still have the ability to do transactions with other new construction or other new builders, DMP is my primary responsibility.
Okay, cool. So I was going to ask you, what are the benefits of buying a new home? So, do you get more bang for your buck when you're building versus purchasing an already existing home?
So, there's a couple of ways that you can look at that. I would say the easy answer would say, heck yeah, you get more bang for your buck because it's all brand new. But it's really to each one's perspective and what they're looking for. Mm-hmm. I have lots of clients who specifically want new construction. Why? Because it's brand new. I don't have to worry about maintenance. They don't expect, obviously, anything to break down within the first year or two.
Yeah, they don't have to, replace AC units and stuff like that, yeah.
And then just everything, but because of the newness and all that. So, but then I have clients that specifically don't want new construction. And the reason being, just because the way homes are constructed nowadays are a little different from the way they were, 50 years ago. Mm-hmm. So
kind of like I'm back in my day.
Yeah,
thing, right?
they may want bigger rooms or larger lot sizes, things like that. So it's really to each one's own desires of what they're looking for specifically. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to look at it from an investment side, it's definitely more bang for your buck when you're able to buy one of the first few homes when the builder is starting to build, because that is their set price, right? In the beginning, 9 out of 10 times they're going to increase that price throughout the phase of construction, especially depending upon how long construction is taking place. So, for example, with us, specifically because of the way the market has been the last 3 years and pricing has increased significantly, we were able to, increase our prices throughout the 3 years. So someone who bought a home when we first started, mm-hmm. and I'll use an example of our smallest home, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet. That home we sold for $250,000 when we first started. That was in 2019. Right now, I have one left, the same exact home, and it's $370,000.
Wow.
So yes, my 2019ers got more bang for their buck, so to speak.
So they already have all of that equity and appreciation in their home.
Definitely. Now, everyone knows that these last 3 years have kind of been a little special. That is not the norm in real estate.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, even with new construction, like I said, the percentage of the builders increasing the price after so many have been built or after a percentage have been sold, you're still going to have that value. It's very rare in the beginning that a builder's going to decrease the price after they just sold, 5 or 10 units. So,
very cool, very cool. So we've talked about bang for your buck, maintenance. There's a lot less maintenance when it comes to purchasing a new construction. And then what about builder incentives? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our incentives come from working with our preferred lender, which happens to be Welcome Home Funding. And so along with other builders, they provide incentives. Everyone has different incentives. Going back to Welcome Home Funding, so when you use our preferred lender, we provide a certain amount of dollars towards your closing costs.
Okay.
Okay, and they vary just depending on what home you're purchasing. A lot of other builders do the same thing. If you use their preferred lender, you're going to get some closing cost incentives. And then usually toward the end of the phase, when the builders have, only a few homes left, and let's just say they're not moving as fast as they want to, and they want to be out of that subdivision, then you'll start see those big incentives of, let me throw in the washer and the dryer, and 10 to 15,000 in closing costs. But that's just because they're at the tail end. It's not because the homes values have decreased, or they're just trying to get you a really good deal. They're really just trying to close out their inventory.
They'll close it out and then move on to the next project.
Yes.
Okay. So how is the process of purchasing a new construction different from purchasing one that already exists?
Okay, so we can kind of talk about that in two ways, because when you purchase new construction, sometimes there's two ways in relation to where the home is completed. So if you're purchasing it from the ground up, meaning you're able to pick your lot, and then you're able to choose the model that you want to put there, and then from there you're choosing your color selection. Once you get past that phase, then it's just a matter of waiting for the home to be constructed. As far as your loan process, which lenders can speak more on this, but I can just give you a little background. The process is going to be the same as if you purchased a resale home, except for the timing and maybe asking for multiple documents throughout the course of construction, because they need to make sure that your file is up to date at all times. Now, you can also buy a new construction that is already completed. So you're purchasing it just like you were purchasing a resale home, 30-day escrow or sooner, however fast your lender can get it done. But the process is exactly that. It's no different from a resale. You're still going to, aside from you didn't pick any of the colors or go through that process.
Or the countertops or anything like that. Yeah.
You're going to go through your walkthrough. You're still going to do a walkthrough just like you did with resale. You're still going to go through an appraisal and, wait for the time to pass for all that. Also, a big difference with new construction and resale, whether it's, from the ground up or a 30-day home that's already closed, the best part of new construction is that there's no negotiating.
Okay.
The price is the price. If you're comfortable with it, it's yours.
Okay, so the prices are not negotiable. This is what it is, and
exactly.
Okay.
I've had some experiences from people in other areas, like further north, who've dealt with different builders, and usually once they come toward the end of where they're trying to get rid of their inventory, negotiations might be a little bit available, but that is not the norm.
Okay.
It's the price. Do you want to pay it or not?
You want the house or not? Okay, so do you have any insight on what the forecast is for new construction maybe in this new year as far as pricing or availabilily?
So that's a really good question, and I hate when people ask me that question because clearly I don't know the future.
You're not a fortune teller?
But my crystal ball says that if we follow the trends, and this is such a cliche statement, but it's in fact true. During this time that we're in now, which is winter time, the market always takes a kind of like a pause. Obviously, there's still transactions going, but it does slow down with the holidays, with the weather, with kids out of school. That is just normal, anyways. And our trends from years and years of this business is it always picks up in the spring. That's just how it goes, and it goes that way regardless of what's going on with the market. Okay. It doesn't matter if the rates are 20%. It doesn't matter if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. That's just the trend.
Okay.
It's just how it works. So, in relation to new construction and what I think is going to happen, I know that we still have a shortage of homes. So that's a fact. I know that builders want to continue producing homes. They have not wanted to stop. Have they slowed down? Yes. because of the rates increase and possibly, our buyers being a little reluctant with these prices and with the rates, but more so I think because everybody has just been really spoiled with these low interest rates. They're going crazy like, what? It's 6 and 7.
Yeah.
But I mean, back in the day, that was a really good price. Also, so with that being said, the idea is if you look at the trend of where we are now in regards to rates, in the last month they've already dropped 1%, right? And so if that trend continues, which is what we're hoping, then that'll put us in the spring, which would put us right back on track of where we need to be.
Yeah.
So I think new construction will definitely, you will see us continue growing, maybe just at a little slower pace, because it's about not so much the availability, the demand is there, and we have the resources for it now, which is great. Things are not on a boat, waiting.
Like waiting in the ocean.
But more so of just people being comfortable and educated on the fact that, hey, if you qualify for this amount and you're comfortable with your payment, then you can afford these homes. And, we will still be, speaking for DMP, we will still be building quality homes, with affordable pricing. So I don't see the pricing skyrocketing. It's going to be fitted to, the size of the home, the square footage, and all that.
Okay, very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So any upcoming projects? Do you have any upcoming projects?
So that's tentative. The goal is for us to continue to build, and we have a site that's right behind Lincoln Elementary School.
Oh, yeah.
So, actually, right behind there's already a subdivision, but across that you'll see a big dirt pad that's already been leveled, and it's ready to go for infrastructure. We were originally hoping to start that this year, which would have been in January, but we're being a little cautious, and we definitely want to finish out the subdivision that we have now, which currently we have 3 homes left.
Oh, okay.
So, again, we're hoping that we can continue that project in March.
Okay. Very cool. Well, Alyssa, I want to thank you for joining us on our show today and all of your expertise in new construction with developments. And is there anything else you would like to add for our followers? Or
I would say 2 things. 1, if you're working with a real estate agent, have your real estate agent contact the new construction, because things can get a little sticky in regards to our business, and so it's very important to understand that your agent can still somewhat represent you with new construction. A lot of the times, builders will just do what we call a referral, and in our case, that's what we do. So your agent will refer you over to me, and I take it from there, okay? So that's 1. That's super important. Always want to make sure that whoever you're working with, stay true to them, and, after they pass you along, that's just the way the business is ran. Secondly, I would say to agents, keep your connections with new construction close. Things change in our inventory all the time, and I would say this with all builders because I still connect with other builders as well. You want to be able to get your buyers in there. You want to be able to help them and get that exact home that they're looking for, and relationships mean everything. So I love it that I have the ability, and so does everybody else. It's just up to you if you choose to do it. But other agents that work for builders, I'll text them, hey, and it'll be late at night. Do you have a 3-bedroom? I need a 3-bedroom. I need this. And they're like, yes, I have one. Or I have one getting ready to fall out. If you want it, it's yours. That's all about relationship building. So agents, build those relationships so you can offer and do, a better service to your clients.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alyssa. We really enjoyed having you today and look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you.